Okay, I think we have it. Okay. Now can you see me? There I am. Okay. Oh, that was weird. So weird. And it wasn't my camera at all. It literally was the internet. Um, I don't know why. Well, there's a crazy windstorm happening, and I think it's affecting the Wi-Fi. And I wasn't. I was connected, but not fully connected. So we're in now, but I'm running off my phone. So I've piggybacked my MacBook off my phone. So we are on my just so I can come in for a few minutes with you guys. I didn't know if the wind would affect the Wi-Fi, and it's crazy. It's crazy windy out there. As you can tell by my hair, I've been out with the dog. Um, so hello. We've gone from pink to being able to see me on the screen. So hello. It does this so goes with this week's energy. Um, and so it's a crazy, crazy time. Um, I want to stop in and have some little chats. Anyone else having a very crazy week? I mean, I know there's some here from Alberta, but for those not from Alberta, um, we had like a massive storm. It didn't hit this area. Everything was black around us, but it didn't. It hit the Brooks area, so it was a crazy, crazy storm. How nobody was injured, I don't know, but apparently it went on for like the storm expanded for over 400 kilometers. It went from Alberta into Saskatchewan. And all day yesterday, my cat, she goes out on the deck. She thinks that's her going outside. So she's up on that high back deck and she would not step outside yesterday. Every time she went out, it was like she was startled and she'd come back in and she didn't want to be outside. And she could feel the energy somehow. So this week is a very emotional week. Yes, Kim, it's a very, very emotional week. There's a lot of emotion, or it's stirring the emotions. And we're coming up to the new moon. And on the weekend, we have the new moon, and it's a black moon as well. And a black moon is something that only happens like every 33 months. And so it is a black moon, just like we have a pink moon and all those things, but it's a new moon. And so the new moon means it's not visible to the eye. And this new moon, what makes this new moon kind of have its own kind of entity of power is that it's not just in Virgo, and it happens in the Virgo season, but it's back at 0 degrees. And 0 degrees is the beginning of new. So it's the start of something new. So being in being Virgo 0 degrees with the new moon being in Virgo 0 degrees means that it is a start again. So it has a bit of potential for change. Um, and so it does bring in some unpredictability. But just because we have that area of change, we're also in the back end of this summer season. It doesn't mean it's over. We are not in another season. We are in this season. So Virgo would be the back end of the summer season. And the beginning, it would be in the beginning of of the fall season. So it plays into an ending and a beginning as well. So we have a lot of new beginnings. I'm feeling very spiritual attacked. So very spiritually attacked. Um, yeah, there's some weirdness out there. There definitely is some weirdness out there. For anyone joining in, if you came in the beginning, you've seen a few minutes of a pink screen. Um, and it literally it was I was live, but it didn't even tell me I was live. I could see it on my phone, but it didn't even do like the countdown, the 3, 2, 1 countdown. I always get a countdown. It didn't give me no countdown. It didn't do none of those things. It was just like It was like there was a pink screen. It was showing a pink screen and saying I was live, but I really wasn't live. So it's wonky. And so these patterns that we have is wonky. Now we have a big shift happening again overnight. You'll feel the big shift. Like there is a bit of a big shift happening overnight. I don't know what the big influence of it will be, but there is a big shift. Maybe I do if I look at the date. Oh yeah, because we're in Virgo. No, that's not it. I'm not sure exactly what it is because we just came from Leo and we just shifted into Virgo. Um, I'm sometimes I'm not so at home in Virgo season. I don't know about you. I don't know if any of you know anything about the elements and how you're influenced and affected by the elements. Like in astrology, you would be affected by the elements, and each sign is in one of the four elements, and then there's the fifth element, of course. um and so there is the four signs and the four elements, and if we're lacking in one of those elements in your sign, you'd feel the effects of that. So like I only have one planet I only have one planet or one planet or one sign that actually sits in air. So I lack the element of air, which makes me sometimes can be I don't retain information. I can't hold on to information. It comes and it goes, which makes me great for telling all your stuff too, because I wouldn't be able to remember it anyway. Um, and and it's of course it's the thoughts, it's the mind, and so there's a lot of things that influence it. If you're lacking fire, is that you don't always have the stamina, the energy. This is only basics, like little bits of it. So you may be influenced and affected by when the fire is the fire that you can utilize from, say, the Leo season we were in. You were able to utilize that. If you didn't have fire and you had more energy, and now we're going into earth, and so you may have been affected by that. You may have felt that. Like it's amazing how the movement, the connection we have with the with what's happening in the universe, because we are that stardust. We are that carbon. We are that energy. We are that connected to that energy. And it would be and to ignore it and walk around just saying, I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know why this is not working out. I don't know why my plans are not working out. And it's because we're not paying attention. And it's like not every time in our lives is a go time. Sometimes it's better times than others to start projects or to get things done. Sometimes you have more energy than you have at other times. Sometimes your body is feeling more bloated, or it's less bloated. You feel better physically, like in your body, because we are affected and influenced. The moon phases, and the effect it has up on you. The moon affects the moon is tied to your emotions, and we are coming up to a new moon. And of course, does that make sense? Yeah, right. And so the moon is connected to how we emotionally respond, and how we emotionally present ourselves as well. So yeah, so Monique, I hope that makes some sense for you. Makes sense. Thinking I'm needing grounding. Just came back from a Sundance ceremony, very powerful ceremony over the weekend. I think I just need to rest. Yes, and it's so important so I always say there's like we always have like the spiritual ups and downs. So we have the big up, we go to something like ceremony, we go to any type of spiritual event, and we exist in our spirit, like we really embody the spirit of who we are. And then we come back down to earth. And so it's what we call a spiritual hangover. And so what you have is like a spiritual hangover, and then you got to come back down and come back into the world, and it's being able to take that break and just be able to sit and pause and contemplate and not kind of rush, because that energy, you can't stay in that energy all the time. That energy is there for a period of time and then it comes back down. So it's called the ebb and flow. You got to be able to sit with the ebb and flows of life. And it's a nice change, so peaceful here. Where are you, Danielle? Look at my glasses. Oh, I got the ear half broke off. Yes, the world is heavy, feels very sensitive. Yeah. So it's like it's open. You've just been so wide open. You're open. And now it's like just slowly closing back in again. Haida? Where is that, Danielle? Yeah. It is a happy hangover. That's exactly it. And you don't have to do anything. And it's spiritual connection, and it's so powerful. So imagine I spend most of my day in that energy. This past week, it was very hard to sleep, waking up in the middle of the night and not falling back asleep. Yeah, keeping people up, right? Oh, okay. Yes, Queen Charlotte Islands. Yes. I forgot that it was that the name was returned. Um, I forgot the name was returned to its indigenous name. Um, it is beautiful there. It is so beautiful there. That is a true place to go rest. Absolutely. Thank you, Monique. Thank you. Hello, everyone who's joining us. I'm making sure I'm staying connected, and I've just been letting people join in. We had about, I don't know, 3, 4 minutes or more of pink screen when I first came in. I wasn't here. So I'm just making sure we are in and that we have people actually here with us. And I hope I stay connected. The wind is absolutely crazy, crazy out there. So we've just been chatting and talking about stuff. I'm going to bring back up on my phone. Hopefully, I can connect both because I'm actually running off. I'm actually running off my phone's data right now. So I am going to be a little more aware of how long I'm in here. And and I just wanted to come in and check in. And Dealey, thank you for checking in on me. I seen just before I was coming in that I had another message from you. I will look at it after. Um, and yes, and I have been missing. I've been missing from my lives. I didn't have a YouTube video up, but there is a YouTube video up for this week. Yesterday, I posted an energy update. I had one for today. It didn't go up. Um, I've been busy with clients this week. So, but there is a new YouTube video. So if you're on YouTube, just go see that one after. If you're on Facebook, go check out my YouTube video. I have not shared the link over to Facebook. I will do that tomorrow as well. But just go into my YouTube channel and you can watch the this week's energy update that I did post. Um, that is also up. But I really do delete like it was really touching that you actually reached out to check on me to see if I was okay because I have not been posting a whole lot. You've probably seen the reel with my bear experience. If not, let me tell you about my bear experience. No one in this area has apparent from everyone I have spoken to, no one has ever seen a bear here ever. But there's been talks that there's been a bear on some of the trails in some of the communities around, and it's not normal. And so I had my little Sadie, my little granddaughter, on FaceTime, and I'm taking her around the yard, and she wanted to see the pond, and she wanted to see the beavers in the pond and the muskrats, and she wanted to see the snakes. Even though she thinks they're gross, she wanted to see the snakes. So we're looking, and I said, "Okay, Nana will take you. Nana will take you and show you where the beavers got a trail made, and they go up into the woods behind Nana's house." And then they cut down a tree with their teeth and they drag it all the way back down and they bring it into the pond. I'll show you. And they slide down this mud. So let's go look. So I'm walking with her on FaceTime And I just get over into this path on the other side of our property, and I look up and I could see the trees moving, and I start to laugh, and I said to my granddaughter, I said, "Sadie, the beavers and they're cutting down a tree. I can hear the beavers cutting down a tree. He's moving around." So I'm like trying to zoom my FaceTime in to see. And then all of a sudden, I noticed the trees start to part, and whatever's moving in the tree is coming like the direction of where I will have to get out. And then I seen a higher back that was too high to be a beaver. I'm like, this would be the tallest ass beaver I've ever freaking seen in my life. And I just heard the voice say to me, this little voice, and said, "Run." And I turned and I just got a glimpse of the fur like on the back, and I just bolted. And I have my granddaughter on FaceTime. I'm looking at her. I'm trying not to scare her in any way, and I'm laughing with, and she's laughing a gutful. And I'm like, "Oh my God, Sadie, we gotta run. We gotta get out of here. We gotta run. We gotta run." And so I'm like, I get back to the house, and I wasn't looking back until I got back. And when I got back by the side of my house, I looked back, and it didn't come out of the woods. It wasn't looking to attack me, I don't think. It was just coming that direction because I was out there. And and I'm like out of breath. My granddaughter's laughing a gutful because she has no idea. And my daughter, Maggie, is sitting on the couch behind my granddaughter, and she is buckled in half. And she's laughing so hard that tears are coming out of her eyes. My husband was right here, and I'm down below, down there, sitting in the chair. He heard me screaming and running. He didn't even come out and check on me. And I'm like, "What the hell? You didn't even come check on me." Well, he laughed a gutful because he said, "There's no way there's a bear. There's never no bears around here." I'm like, "Well, there's tons of berries, and people have been talking about a bear crossing over on the farms and stuff." And and so he's like, "Well, maybe the badger, because we have a badger that uses a trail that goes up through." And I'm like, "I don't think so, but maybe you're right, but I don't know." And so my granddaughter's repeating the story, and I said, "Well, I could have been killed out there." And he says to me, he says, "Well, I thought maybe it was a bee chasing you or a wasp." And I said, "Well, even if it was a wasp chasing me, I'm definitely allergic to a wasp. So if I'm getting stung by a wasp, you should probably be running out with my EpiPen." And he started laughing. They made so much fun of me. They laughed so hard at me, all of them, until my husband went out the next morning. And when he went out the next morning before he went to work, he went over around the property, and he's like, "There's bear poop." And I said, "I seen bear poop on the weekend on the trail up behind our house where there's a cut line, and I was up there, and there's so many berries up there, and I said there was bear poop up there. You made fun of me." So I said to him, "You should never ever make fun of your wife." Because I always know what I'm talking about. And sure enough, it was a bear. So that was my experience. And then my sister-in-law, who's laughing at me in here tonight, she sent me a meme about, making friends, being the spiritual person who goes out and says, "Hi, bear, how are you? Nice to meet you, bear." And I'm like, fuck that. I wasn't making no friends with the bear. I mean, I'll talk to the spirit of the bear, and I tell the bear after, "You have to continue on your way. You can't stay here." But I'm not going to stay there and look at the bear and talk to the bear. I'm out. And so, yeah, that was my out. Before that, the little people were on the other side of my house. I got all kinds of experiences and stories. I'm living my real human life here right now. And so, where am I? Where have I been besides with clients and working on the upcoming vent and the upcoming course that I have? I'm living my real life. I'm out there. I'm out there in the garden, but I did go back out and go down to my gardens and pick beets and beans. I got beans that are like this long, like long beans that I was out picking all of those. So yeah, yes, Bonnie, I was totally okay. So then I had to go back, and I have no choice but go outside. But the bear's gone. The bear's long gone. It's not anywhere around. And I smelled it. I smelled it. I was smelling the bear a few days before that, I was on my riding lawnmower, and I was riding up the hill because we have to mow, like, the sides of the road because our property goes up to the top of the hill on the road, and so I have to mow going up the hill, and so I was out on my riding lawnmower, and I was driving past an area that we don't clear. We don't clear all of our property. We like to keep it more natural, and I could smell this smell, like stink, like it stank, and I come back down, I rode back down, and I could still smell it, and I'm like I went right to the house, and I said to my husband at that time, this was like a week before, and I said, "There's a bear in," or a few days before, and I said, "There's a bear up there," and he said, "There's no bear," and I said, "I can smell a bear." I'm from a family of of outfitters. Like my brother is an outfitter. He owns a lodge. My grandfathers were trappers, and so they were trappers. They were Mi'kmaq. They were trappers. I have a little bit of an instinct and a nose for that world, and I could smell it. And sure shit, then I ran into the. Then I had an encounter with the bear, and so yes, yes, Kim, I like it. I do, and I'm in Camrose a fair bit. I have to say, I'm in Camrose a fair bit. Have to connect. Okay, so Monique, you had a little person experience? Had an experience at Sundance. A little person came in with the tent and asked one of the young boys his name and then disappeared. It was quite amazing. I love that. I love that. And it's funny how many people have told me little people stories after seeing my reel, but not posting on the reel, but have told me, have messaged or told me about little people experiences. So, and they've always thought, like, I can't tell anyone that because people are going to think I'm crazy. And I said, I lived my whole life in that world of people thinking that that I'm off the wall, and I'm like, that's totally okay. You have to know that you know what you're seeing and feeling and sensing to be real and to be true. Yeah. Well, I'm around, Kim. Okay. So, hello, 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 everyone who is joining in. And I see, and we are on Facebook and we are on YouTube as well. Um, I'm not sure how many. I don't think we have a massive amount of people here tonight, but I wasn't, this is, you know me, I randomly just pop in whenever. And but I'm here, but I'm here. And so, hey, Michelle, there you are. I didn't think you were around this evening. You can come on, Michelle. If you'd like to come in, Michelle, if you're free, feel free to come in. You have the link. Come on in and join me. Okay, let's start with a general card. Michelle's coming. So while we're waiting for Michelle to get in here with me, I'll pull a card. So for all those not joining us tonight, I guess they're missing out because now Michelle is coming in too. And so we're going to pull some cards. We are going to pull some cards for people. Let me see if I can, while we're waiting for Michelle, let me see if I can edit the post. So bear with me here. I'm just adding Michelle's name. One second, guys. Okay. All right. I'll start. I'll start general. Well, that's weird. That card was flipped the other direction. So I pulled for us all. This is the general card to open up. Let's open up this circle. And I pulled the unassuming, which is Amara. And Amara in the unassuming, she is in the maiden deck, the maiden suit. And in that maiden suit is that sense of, you know, too often too often we have this assumption that if people are new at something, or if you're starting something new, you're not going to be good at it, or people don't have faith or trust. And that sometimes shuts us down, like we stop believing in ourselves. And what we're being told is the value and the importance of believing in yourself and just being courageous enough to take the first step and not allow anyone to keep you from stepping into making the first step towards something that fills your heart. And that's what we're opening with. So let me bring Michelle up. Ta-da!
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, and you?
Good.
This is how we're rolling.
Fantastic.
Look at us go. See what everyone who decided to come and stay and wait for the pink screen or join in, see what you're getting? Now you're getting to actually be a part of us being live.
Yay!
Yay! So for those who don't know, this is my dear friend. This is Michelle Thiessen. You would have known her more as Michelle Gibson, but she's Michelle Thiessen now, as she's coming up on Facebook here. And so Michelle owns Angelic Realm Healing, and she is she's often in here in these lives, and you often see two of us out doing live events together as well. We do mediumship events together, so she's also a medium. And she is a card reader and everything in between, and a life coach. And yeah, and so we're going to pull some cards, and we're going to give some, if you have a question, if you have something you want us to give some guidance towards, put it in the, if you get chosen, put it in the comments. And so let's start. Do you want to start, Michelle? I did the general card. I opened up the circle.
All righty. So, hi everybody. The name that's coming out is Kim Meyer Hockley. I hope I pronounced that right.
Kim.
Are you there, Kim?
She was just there, so I'm thinking she's still here.
Yeah, she wasn't here long ago asking for a card.
Here she is.
All right. All right. I'm drawing up anxiety. I'm feeling anxiety in the stomach. I'm feeling like you have a lot of anxiety around something right now. Oops. I am taking that one. Ah, yes. All right. So I definitely feel like you have some anxiety happening. I feel like there's a big life choice that you have to choose right now. And so the card that I pulled is the Four of Air. So this card is actually reminding you to take it in internally again, to take it within. Oh, I got two cards here. Bring it back into yourself. So coming back to meditating, because prayers and asking and hoping happens, and then when you go into meditation, that's where you're going to hear the answers. So definitely retreating into yourself. I feel like you're putting too much out to everybody else right now. I'm going to say the word, you're prostituting yourself out. So giving out energy that that you need to keep for yourself, giving too much to people, but yet you're not getting enough back. And it's time for you to bring that in so that you can actually focus on this decision that you need to do, because your body's going to tell you exactly, yes, you should do it, or no, you shouldn't. It's just a matter of figuring out how your body does that to you. So a lot of times I tell people, if you want to know this, you can do something as simple as asking yourself yes or no questions and seeing how you feel it in your body. So maybe start playing with that a bit too. But you're being told to kind of take some time to vacation. I don't know if that's possible for you, but definitely you're exhausted and you need to have some alone time, and taking that. And like, she has this armor and it's sitting over here. So it's time to remove that armor and all that protection and just kind of let it go for, even if it's a day or two that you just by yourself, going and retreating and vacationing and taking time for yourself. Second card I have is one of, oh my God, I'm drawing blanks. This should be Pentacles. So it's Windfall. I'm like, it's got the plant. I can't remember what it is called in this deck. But it would be a Pentacles. So this is material life, the world very much on earth kind of thing. But a windfall of abundance, wise counsel, and good fortune. So exciting career opportunity. So I don't know if that's where your big decision has to go, is your career, but it's definitely, ones are always about new beginnings. So there is definitely a new beginning coming for here. This could also be like schooling or home too. So you could be going back to school. So, but it's something to do with career. And there's also possibly a purchase of a house or a car in there that you're thinking about too. So it could be any of these things that you have that anxiety about, but definitely bringing yourself back into you, taking the time, calm yourself, like slow the jets down and just listen.
I pulled from the fairy deck, from the Fays, and I pulled the Ancient. And what I got for you, and I'm going to make it quick because I was thinking we'll just pull each card for not two people reading one person. But what I picked up, and I have to say it because I'm getting it, I was picking up the sense of you have to recognize and use your wisdom versus use your fear, because the emotions are in overdrive, and that you pay attention to when you are dropping into the fear and not trusting the wisdom that you've gained from past experiences, and that the wisdom from past experiences is what's going to guide you through. And it's like, and you're going to be able to take a stand somewhere, is what it feels like. It's like, take that emotional stand often means putting up the boundaries and say, you know what, I'm just saying no. Today is a no. Today is a no. I'm just not doing this. I'm just not going there. I'm just not going that direction. I'm just not going there. So yeah, that's what I have for you. So thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Powerful. Good.
Okay, so you want to do one card per person, like you pick your person, you do it, and then I'll pick a new person.
Yeah, unless we feel like we have a message.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Unless there's something blurring in that you feel like, oh God, I feel like I have to say that, or a card is coming to you.
Okay.
So we can fit more people in. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm going to go with Heather. Heather Feather. I would love to know about romance or my career path. If chosen, please. So you are chosen. So you are getting chosen here. I don't know which one will really come up for you, but I feel like both have a similar theme here a little bit. And both ties back into your sense of worth and a sense of your sense of worth and and knowing where you actually belong. Direction. So I got vulva, and she's really tied into the fall, and she links into the fall of the year. And what she's bringing up to me, she ties into um, the guidance and the prophecy. And so the self prophecy and the worth is what I'm getting is that self prophecy that comes up for you too often is that you are either that you feel like you sometimes are the like you're the problem, or you're the one that holds your or that you are the one holding yourself back by believing old patterns. There's a sense of worth, and I just feel like there's like when I'm bringing this up, Heather, it's like something is pulling my voice back. Like, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that, and I'm like, why not say it? So it's like you restrict yourself from saying what you need to say, where you need to say it, and you put yourself in positions then of where you feel the frustration, you feel the challenge in relationship or in career because you never feel like you can say what you need to say, but other people have no problem saying to you what they want to say. It's like everyone's got their own opinions they pass on to you, but you have some sort of reservation around being able to be your own voice and to be that person. And too often, it's like that becomes a restriction for you. It's holding you back, and you're here to find your voice, and that your direction is in speaking honestly in what you're willing to do and what you're willing to put up with and what you're not willing to. And it's just like, no, I'm sorry, that just don't work for me. And so it's most true. And you saying, that doesn't work for me, this works for me. Or not settling, really not settling for it stems from my childhood. Okay. Like, and not settling just because. So it kind of ties into both, but it comes back to the subject of worth and what I feel I'm worth. And so it's not about just settling. It's not about taking, a less than position in life. It's about taking the leadership position, and that you're meant to be in the lead. You're meant to take the lead, but you're to take the lead in the way that just says, this is kind of my boundaries, this is my limitations, and I'm not settling for any less. So the same thing in career job, it's like I have this wisdom, I have this knowledge that I bring, and I bring this to the table, and so I don't have to just settle, and I don't have to kind of sit back and not speak up. And so wherever it is that you need to speak up and find that voice, first you have to breathe into you first and find the adult and speak from the adult self who's here today, and not from the fear of the little inner child. And that's going to be a pivotal change for you. But the response, the kind of answer they're giving to me is that all things are about to change in the fall for you. And
Mhm.
so in the fall, and I feel like it's when everything is changed, not the beginning of fall, but more in towards the middle of the fall, you're going to see some big changes starting to unfold in your life. Something's either coming into your life, there's an opportunity coming, or something really great is unfolding for you. That's what I have for you.
It feels like fall today.
Yuck.
I know it's cold. It's cold. So my next one is going to be, am I yelling?
No.
Okay. Feels like it. I'm going to pick Natasha Mitchell, please. If you're still there.
Natasha.
Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
I would say she is there.
I'd say so too, because she comment there, Oh, thank you, Kim. Natasha. There we are. All right, Natasha. I pulled the 8 of water, also known as cups. So this is the need to move on. So something you're walking away from something. We have the person, he's walking away from the things. Got all his cups stuff ready to go, just waiting for the movers to come get it, basically. Not saying you're moving or what it is, but you definitely are leaving, and there's some, actually, I'm getting, you're leaving some baggage behind. You are finally done with something, and you've had enough, and you're over it. So this is you walking out the door because new life is coming. There's a big shift and change, same thing happening for you. It's for the better. It's definitely for the better. You're I hear there's lots of growth to be happening to what's coming to you next. I don't know if you're on a new spiritual journey or something like that, but definitely, and then the more words are coming in, is you're becoming much more awake and aware of things and how things don't work anymore for you. So definitely shifting and changing and realizing that these things aren't working for me and finding a new way to make these things work. So definitely something big is coming for you, and you're leaving. I just want to say you're leaving some sludge behind. It's leaving you. It's going away, and it is so much for the better. And I'm hearing not to worry about it, and also don't feel like you're crazy. I'm hearing that as well. Don't feel like you're crazy. You're not crazy. This is something that has to happen for you in this lifetime. It's just more lessons learned, and that's what we're here to do. So definitely shifting, shaking, and moving. And let's go forward. That's what I have for you.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Glad I'm hitting it right on.
Brenda. Brenda Bernard.
Brenda.
I feel the call to go to Brenda. Brenda Bernard, you are up. And I'm going to the phase for you.
That is one of my favorite decks.
I love this deck. The box is all the way over there. I'd show everyone, but
I think the first time I seen it was in level 3 Reiki training at your house.
Oh, at my house. Yes, yeah. That's the other thing. That's the other thing, Michelle. Is Michelle trained with me for her Reiki, and so Michelle is a Reiki master teacher. She went all the way to her teaching level, so she also teaches Reiki. So do I, believe it or not. And I've taught and I haven't taught just a few people. I have taught a lot of people Reiki over the years. But I don't actively work in person with Reiki at the moment. But yeah. Brenda.
She's there.
And her card flipped out. You have the King of the Dark Wood Elves. And it looks like a dark card. It's not a dark card. There's a dark card, but it is authority. And it speaks of status. And it speaks of kind of taking a stand. And it's just like this authority figure. And so too often we fear authority figures or people who have a louder voice or a status about them. And the reason why is because we fear something that is within ourselves, that we are afraid to see about ourselves. And so it brings in a bit of a mirror reflection in some way. It's that we fear our own authority. So we have spiritual authority, we have we have inner authority, we have personal authority, and we have spiritual authorities. These are the authorities that are a part of our system of us, the operating system of us. And so this one, and what this one is about the inner authority. And it's that which that which is beyond. And so the elves are the world beyond, the unseen. So we fear sometimes what we can't see, that makes an appearance, it peeks out, but we fear it. And so then because we have a fear around it, we don't know how to work with that energy. We don't know how to wield that energy. And so what you're being told is that there is this energy that is awakening within you. And it's not something that was never there, it's always been there. And what you're being invited to is to learn the power of how to use that energy, to utilize the power of it for the highest good, and not only when we are in a state of like fear or anger or we're mad about something, but when we're enthusiastic about life and having the courage, right? So it brings about a sense of courage. And courage is not always like dancing around all excited. Courage is a knowing, right? It's a knowing and trusting our knowing. And so you're being very guided to really trust your knowing, and that to not to fear your own inner authority, because the thing we too often fear is the parts about ourselves that we're trying to either that we don't think we have. And so what we fear in others is often something about ourselves that it's hard to see. And so they're calling this up. And so it does tie it into your masculine energy and very much being in the masculine of self. And so, yeah, I feel like this is a bit of a new journey for you. And it's a bit of a journey that's moving with you and walking with you. So it's walking, not walking with you, it's walking you through. So he's walking you through something. He's walking you through the journey of that discovery. And that's what I have for you.
I love it. I'm going to pick Sharon Sanford. Are you still there? Sharon Sanford.
Well, I feel that was feeling it was my ego. our ego our ego is something we don't ever want to get rid of. It's maturing the ego, right? And so it ties our inner authority is connected somewhat, but it wields us into a real healthy relationship with even our emotions. There's Sharon.
There's Sharon. Alrighty, Sharon. I am pulling from the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. I'm getting the sense that you're trying to force and control everything. Really, you're working too hard at this, and really, you need to like the card is, there's magic in the nothingness. So basically, we're coming up. What's our new moon? Friday? Saturday? This
Saturday.
is a great day to put your intentions on paper and leave it. Put them down and just leave it and try to forget about it. So whatever it is that you're trying to force to happen, it is going to happen in due time. It's just not happening in your time. And again, so what is meant for you will find you. It's just a matter of divine timing, and I'm hearing it is coming. It is coming. It's definitely coming, whatever you're trying to force. So definitely setting those intentions and just kind of relaxing and allowing it to manifest is what you're needing to do. Why are you laughing?
Because the minute I just all of a sudden had this image, and I don't know who this would be in your life, Sharon, but I just got like the dancing leprechaun, you know, and it's just like doing like this little jig, this like little jig around this little dance, and just like very mischievous, but it's like almost like they handpicked you to get this reading, and they're like ha ha ha, ha, and the whole time they've been dancing around you like this the whole time Michelle's reading, and Michelle's like reading serious, but they're going and so it's like I want to call them like a little leprechaun, because they're not a very big person, they're a small person, like. and they're just, and I'm like, whether it's a guide or it literally is like a being from the middle world, whatever it's trying to bring a lot of laughter into your life, like really for you to find that joy in that laugh. But I'm like, I just I couldn't even stop because it was just getting, they were just showing off more and more and more as Michelle's reading you.
So now, as I'm listening to this, that is exactly it. Quit being so damn serious and just let it happen.
Don't be so freaking serious. I like, it definitely could be a guide, right? Like if you don't know, it's definitely could be tied to like a guide, a spirit guide coming from the middle world, not coming from the celestial beings of angels. That's not where it's coming from. It's definitely coming from where the mystical world exists. And I'm like, and so it's definitely a mystical world, and they come to kind of tickle us with life, right? Like they're trying to get, they're always trying to get our attention. And so there's a sense of as if you're being, it might feel annoying, but they're trying to get your attention in a funny way.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what we got for you.
That's what we got for you. Let the leprechauns in and have some fun.
Yeah, lighten up, girl. Lighten up. Have some fun. Okay. Who am I going with? As I'm just sitting here, like just sitting back, like, oh, I guess I should choose somebody. Okay, I'm going to go a ways up here because, and I hope you're all still here.
Oh, Christy, that's very nice.
Esther Giroux. Esther Giroux, are you still here? Oh, thanks, Christy. Oh, we'll see you. Right time for you to show up. Cracking you up. Good. Entertainment. We're here for your entertainment, Sharon.
We are entertaining sometimes.
Well, we can be very entertaining. Trust me. We have our moments.
Absolutely. If you could have seen us in the salon together at times.
Right? Oh, God.
There.
Yeah. If you ever, Esther's here. Good. Okay, Esther, I'm getting to you. If you ever hung out in Magic Scissors, you would know exactly what we're talking about.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment. Okay. I'm going back to my cards for Esther. So I'm going back to the Everyday Goddesses. For Esther. Well, that one just fell out. And that one just tipped over.
So I have the box of the Everyday God. Oh, they're there.
Oh, show the box. Can you show the box again?
Yeah.
So this is, for those who are new or haven't seen, this is one of my decks of cards. This is the Everyday Goddess Oracle cards. And these are available on my website, which is the cards I'm showing here. And that's my other deck right there that Michelle's showing. And those are like affirmation daily blessing cards. And both are available on my website. It's been a while since anyone's ordered a deck of cards, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's time.
I know. I haven't been out working very much, so I haven't. So, Esther, I have the Illusionist, the Paradox, but she's in reverse. So she kind of reminds me of the Hangman card and kind of being hung up on something. And so, it's that paradox that so the paradox for you is like, oh, like, I really trust all of my choices and my decisions, but yet I have doubt. You can't trust your choices and decisions and have doubt. That means you're not trusting something. And it just feels like there's an area of your life where you're just not trusting yourself to either do what you need to do or to be able to be connected to your own intuition. And so I just feel like it's a choice decisions, like it's something is hanging kind of in the air. Yup. And you're being told to just trust. And so the other card I pulled was the Universal Light of Love, Lumerian. And she's kind of stripped all back, and she's floating, she's on top of the water, which means is that she's give up the emotional upheaval, like that emotional chaos that we cause in our minds, and really just falling back into love, just resting. Whatever is to be shall be, type of thing. In all I need to know is that if I know that I'm making a decision, then I've made a decision. Making no decision is a decision. It's the one that leaves us in this complex energy of doubt and second guessing and always wondering. But the minute we tell ourselves we don't have to take action when we make a choice, we can just make a choice in our head, we can make a choice with our soul and just say, okay, I'm making the choice, I'm choosing. And one of the greatest things is surrendering to your own spirit, and really just surrendering to that spirit and trusting your own spirit, that your soul knows what is best for you, and your soul guides you to do what is best. It just doesn't always seem like it's best when it doesn't align to the ego's desires. And when we're so used to doing something a certain way, and we refuse to let go of doing it a certain way, and you're just being told, it's like, okay, basically, if you just let go, you're going to realize you're not going to fall very far because the ground is right there. So it's like it's just basically taking our hands off the grip and just letting go and just trusting that you're there. This is not a fall, it's a change. And it's a change in how we show up, it's a change in how you do things. It's just simply a change, and that things are kind of coming about that brings a change for you. So that's what I have for you. And just trust the process. If you are so surrounded by the Lumerians are that of love, and that all things can't be smooth and perfect at all times. We need, like, the world has to be balanced with kind of everything. But that love is what's moving you. And the love for self is one of the things that has to move you in your choices. The love for self, as much as the love for everyone else, Esther, is important right now for you. There we go.
There we go. I gotta go back. I gotta go to Chantel Barthel. Are you still here? And I believe there was a question attached to it. I think you want somebody to come through. Where are you? Where are you now? Are you here, Chantel?
Chantel
Barthel.
There is a she's watching, so I think she's probably here. Oh, I'm interested in a card to know if he will come if I was to know if he will come if I was to do it.
All right, Chantel, can you clarify that, please? I'm going to Corey's deck too. Or you're just wondering if you get picked. The forces behind you in getting picked. Oh, wait, well, maybe to do a read. Oh, okay.
To do a reading, yeah.
All right, Chantel. There we are. Okay, so we have Awakening and Delilah, and she is in reverse. I'm getting the sense of you're blocking something. Something is very much trying to come through to you. And again, this is a forcing of change. So something is changing, and you're kind of trying to stall it, deny it. You don't want it to be, you don't want it to happen. but unfortunately it's going to happen. You have no choice in this. Everything is coming to the light. I'm hearing illusions are being removed, and you're starting to see things for what they really truly are. And you kind of don't know what to do about this. It's giving you a little bit of anxiety and all of that. But we are always we if the divine is guiding us, don't have fear, because there is no fear behind what they want to do for you. So you're definitely, I keep seeing like you're being bumped up, like somebody's pushing you up and over a wall, like you're being pushed over a wall, like an obstacle. There's an obstacle, but I feel like the obstacle is you. And somebody, yes, something has to happen, and something is going to change, absolutely. um stop resisting, even though so many of these things are scary as hell, and we don't like change, and sometimes, but good change is good. And this is going to be for the benefit of you. So you're basically being told that you need to just sit back and relax. Take a seat and allow the universe to do what it needs to do. Let 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 the push over the wall happen. Just flow with it. Go with it. Go with it. Ebb and flow. Are you getting something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am. I am getting something, Chantel, and I'm really picking up. And I was trying to ask who this person was, but very big, muscular, strong, masculine energy. And I was thinking this was a person in your life, and it's not a person in your life. It's Archangel Michael. And I don't know what you have been going through or what you have been through, but sometimes it may feel like you don't have the strength to do something. Like, I just don't have the strength to fight for that no more. I don't have the strength to do this. And Archangel Michael, my ears are hot and I feel like I'm on fire. And Archangel Michael always comes with the strength when we don't think we have the strength. There's something very challenging around you, and whether that's a person who has kind of pushed your buttons or challenged you or caused you to kind of always look over your shoulder like with fear or something, it's like that's not more powerful than the power of Archangel Michael, and that the power of Archangel Michael can move mountains for us. And whatever it is that's standing in your way, those obstacles, they can be moved for you. Sometimes we're trying to remove things and obstacles in our lives, but they're too heavy. And Archangel Michael says it's too heavy for you, and you need to trust that we can do this for you. And so there is some sort of change happening where I just feel like all that's been standing in your way, or all that keeps trying to get in your way, is kind of being moved aside and being opened. And the space is going to be there for you to move forward. um, and you just have to trust. Like, it's like, well, how did that happen? I don't know how that happened, or this is, I've never really had that strength. And it's the power of the angels. And Archangel Michael is probably one of those most faithful and loyal, who should never really be that faithful and loyal to us, because we have not done service to the angels the way we should. The way they don't abandon us, the way we abandon that part of ourselves. We abandon our spirit. We abandon our intuition, and we abandon that celestial realm too quickly to go to our ego, to go to our fears, to go to what somebody else is telling us, what so often other people are saying to us. And we believe that. And even though it's not true, we believe it to be true. So whoever rocked your confidence, whoever got into that space, it's like, don't ever believe that to be true. But this is coming back into alignment with believing the angels. They kind of handpicked you for you to be chosen tonight, so that you can hear this message, that whatever is standing in your way is too big for you to move, but they shall move this for you. And that you're about to see some changes coming in your life. And that's in a good way, in a good way. And that's what they have for you.
Yes.
And it's a pretty handsome angel to have hanging out with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Suck it up, soak it up.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Oh, I guess it's me, isn't it?
It's you.
Oh, I just had someone picked until Michael just spoke to me, and see, then I get all flustered when Archangel Michael starts talking. My ears get all hot. It's just like I have allergic reaction to Archangel Michael because I just get all flustered. Okay, I know. It was her last name was something. It was Pittman something. Pittman something. I seen you. Was it Valerie Pittman? Uh, I think it was Valerie Pittman something. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing your last name come up again, but it was Valerie. Oh, Valerie Pittman
Schnick.
Shinnick. Shinnick.
Schnick.
Shinnick. Okay, Valerie Pittman Shinnick. And as soon as I seen your name, I had a middle school memory. And in Springdale, Newfoundland, I went to school with kids who were Pittmans in Newfoundland, and I had these kids that I went to school with, and one of the little boys. I don't. I think it was like he got in trouble in class or something, and the teacher tied his shoes onto the desk and forgot about him and went home. And he didn't show up home. And then they were calling looking for him, and they had to go back and find him in the classroom. Like, yeah, stuff you wouldn't do this day and age.
Mm-mm.
But Valerie, the minute I got that was the message. That was the memory that popped into my head. But I knew I had to choose you for a reading. So here we go. And this is my methylene blue I'm drinking in here. My blue tongue I get. Valerie. What is this protection that you need? What is the protection? Who picks on you? I don't know who it is that who picks on you. Who kind of is, how sometimes we have people in our lives that are just that kind of like a bit passive aggressive, or they cause you to doubt yourself. I just have this sense that like whoever that is, it's like, you know what? They don't I don't know who they think they are, why they think they can do this to you, or if this has happened to you kind of throughout your life. But it just feels like that sense of being kind of picked on. And it kind of drives us inward. And so this could be from childhood, it could be from younger years in your life, but I'm sensing it around you. And I just feel like this sense of kind of having someone who kind of, it could be you picking on yourself, but if you are, you're a freaking bully to yourself, because this feels like it's a bit of a bully without recognizing it's a bully. And too often in our lives, people get to have a right to us because of the so-called labels they have, like parents, friends, like, oh, but that's my friend, or that's, it's like, do they really deserve that title? Right? It could be partners, whatever it is, but do they really deserve that title? And when you can see it as just a name and you take that part of the equation, then you remove the emotional bondage that is there. And it just feels like just being bonded to people who doesn't really deserve that much of you. And I pulled Peaceful Perspective Paisley, which tells me there's still something of the past that still either has a hold on you or you're still holding on to. And it's keeping you from living kind of your whole self. It's like something is holding back, like you're holding back, or something has a hold on you holding back. And the other card that came out with this was Sacred Sarah. And Sacred Sarah is probably one of the most powerful, beautiful decks in the cards. I love her. And she really connects to that sense of sometimes you don't have to share all of who you are with everyone. You don't have to explain yourself to everyone. Not everyone is entitled to your explanation to why you do the things you do, or who you are or what you are. And that I just feel as if there's a sense of being able to really honor your sacredness and honor what is sacred by in you by not just accepting the shitty behavior of other people or the passive aggressive of other people. Or if it's coming from yourself, it's like this is just not acceptable no more. It's like it's not acceptable to be this way to myself anymore. It's not acceptable to have this. But I am picking up the past. So either which way, it is connected and tied to the past, and it's a pattern, or it's coming up to now. And this is such an important time for you to kind of to let go of the story of the past, to release that and to be done with it so that you can be able to kind of make the peace that you need to make with everything that's happening in your life now so that your tomorrows will be totally free, like it has a sense of freedom to it so that you're free and your life is filled with a lot more of the self-love that is needed because you truly are an incredible human being. If you could see what I could see of you, I'm telling you, your spirit, your light is absolutely incredible. And that you have so much to bring to the table. And often when people have a bright light, that's why other people try to pick on them or knock them down, is because your light irritates other people. And that's the truth. So true. Yeah. Okay. And so they're just validating this for you so that you can kind of start to really remember this about yourself. And it's like just releasing that past and letting yourself be free. There's a pure essence to you, and your heart has a purity to it that has been kind of always having to be hidden and protected because it's feels like it's not safe to be around a lot of people. And it's time for you to be able to be safe. I'm safe with me. That's what you have to remind yourself. I am safe with me. That's your message.
Hmm.
Hi,
I'm
Mia.
I'm going to pick Candace. I hopefully say this right. Bonet Clark. That is who my next one. Are you still here, Candace Bonet Clark? Like I said that right? Yes. Candace, are you still? What's that?
She should still be there.
There she is. All righty. I keep seeing like a goth person. I see somebody in dark clothing and they kind of have their hair over their face and everything is black hair, black makeup, black nails, black combat boots. I feel like this is a person that is around you. Um, and I don't know if this is something that you did back in the day before. I can't decipher if it's a person or it was a trend that you did too. But you very much, I've been called worse. Sorry. Sorry if I bastardized it. I'm good at doing that to names. As, this too, and this is going to your light as well. You have a lot of light and love to give to everybody. And I feel like the goth look and all this stuff was you like retreating back and hiding. It's like you're hiding. And again, I don't know if you had a goth friend. Again, like I said, I don't know if this is someone around you or this is like a way that you were in other days, that was your way to dress and express yourself. But you did all of this to hide. You were hiding so much. I have out of Corey's deck the performer Sasha. So she's showing up, she's big, she's bright, she's beautiful, and this is actually what you need to be doing. You need to be seen and heard more than you are allowing to be. I feel like you have a lot to offer, and you do need to be like out in the line. Is it called the limelight? I might say that wrong too.
Limelight, yes.
Yeah, like you need to be out. I feel like you need to be telling a story. You need to be and helping people with, and it has to do with your story. So I definitely I see like stage presence. Maybe you do have stage presence now, I'm not sure, but I do see a lot of stage presence and you speaking to people, you know, like in like the TED Talk form or something like that. But stop hiding. You're being told to quit hiding and get yourself out there, get your story out there, and begin sharing with people because there's a lot of people that you could be helping at this time. That is what I've got. Sure did. I have many years of hiding, many, many years. Stop hiding. You're needed. You're being called up and out for
And
some.
Carmen, I've listened to your reading you gave me like 4 times. Good. Good, Carmen. I'm glad you keep listening to it. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go because we haven't taken anyone from YouTube yet. So I'm gonna go with someone who's on YouTube. Uh, Tracy Parsons. Tracy Parsons, are you still there on YouTube? Tracy Parsons.
Oh my goodness, look at Candace's little kitty on her shoulder in her picture. So cute.
Oh God, I can't see that.
Or is it a monkey? I know, I can't either, I guess. Need reading glasses. Whatever it is, it's cute.
Whatever's on your shoulder is real cute.
Yes. You're welcome, Candace. Where are my reading glasses?
Oh. Okay. Tracy is there. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see, Tracy, what we have coming up for you today. Probably listen to it again. Good. That's the beauty of having the recording, right? You can go back and listen to it.
It is a kitty.
It's her grandkitty.
Aw. Kind of, I could just see little feet, so I'm like, maybe it is a little monkey, but my eyes aren't the greatest these days.
Tracy, let's see. What is Michelle's page called? I want to follow her. Angelic Realm Healing.
I can share it.
I was going to say share it in there.
Yeah.
So, Tracy, you got the card that I pulled first when we very first came in that I shared for the whole group. And now it's here for you. And it's the unassuming Amara. And so this card is in the, she's in the maiden. And so it's in that phase of kind of where we're just beginning. We're just starting out. And so what it's bringing up for me, for you, is it's bringing up a sense of confidence and being able to really trust you to begin something new or to take a step in a new direction. I feel like there's like you're stepping into something or you're about to step into something that's like a new beginning or a new start. And what you're being told is to not to doubt that you can do it. To trust that you can do this. And that there is, it's like other people, it's like sometimes people take us for granted or they don't believe in us, right? It's that you have to believe in you. It's the unassuming. Let them doubt you. In I don't like using that term anymore, but there's way, I'm like, the energy of that is, and so, but it's in other, let me back this up a little bit. So give people the space to breathe out whatever they want to breathe out, but you don't have to breathe it in. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Say it again.
Say it again. Give people the space to breathe out whatever they want to breathe out, but you don't have to breathe it in. You don't have to inhale it. You don't have to digest it. You don't have to allow it into you at all. They can have their opinions. They can have their views. They can have whatever. But you don't have to accept that at all. What you do have to accept that you are so much more than what you sometimes believe yourself to be. And so give people the space to really truly whatever, just whatever, you can believe what you want, but you have to have that little smirk on your face and that little knowing inside of yourself that I can do what once seemed impossible to me, I can accomplish. And that's where you are. What once and I'm overheating here, so I know this is a healing for you. There's something of a healing coming in of this. I'm like propping up like I'm about to preach, right? And I'm like, there is something of a healing of this for you that is just saying that this goes deep on a cellular level for you. This goes back a long way in life. This goes back to you not being believed in or you being looked down on, whatever that is by somebody or something. And it's like, no more, kind of no more. You're rising up. There is something rising up inside of you that's saying, I believe in me now and I'm going to do this, and let them doubt, let them, it's like whatever that is. I don't like the term, but that's the language I have for this second. But it's like, let them breathe out whatever it is that they need to breathe out. But you're not going to ingest this. You're going to really embody your light and who you are in this world and take up space. Take up freaking space. Occupy space. No matter what, stop living apologetic. For some reason, there's a sense that you kind of are living kind of apologetic, like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Fuck that. Stop being sorry for my language, but fuck that. Stop being so apologetic and take up the space that you deserve to take up. That's what I have for you. Believe in you, girl. Yes.
Magic happens after that. It's insane.
Yes.
Bonnie Young, you are next. You are next.
And while you're shuffling, Christy, I don't have any updates of coming home. Not yet. I haven't been able to figure out schedule, time, animals, blah blah blah. The universe keeps putting me on these pauses and these stops. And I was reading something today about my Saturn and Taurus and the alignment of that, and it says you're probably very frustrated, but this is the way it's meant to be for you right now. And I'm like, so I'm coming. I just don't know when, but I will be there.
Yes, you will. I feel it. All right, Bonnie. All right, so I have 9 of air for you. So, but it's in reverse. I'm getting that something that you, how do I word this? Come on.
You're welcome, Tracy.
An ending is happening. So there's something that has been weighing on you heavily, and your mind is constantly going. Is this going to be okay? Is this going to work out? Is this going to be okay? It is coming to an end. You keep expecting the worst. You keep thinking, there's no way that this can work out in my favor. There's no way this can work out in my favor. But whatever is, and I feel like there's so much weight here, like I'm having a hard time breathing, but at the same time, from the backside, I have excitement coming up. So it's like, this is starting to take over more. The excitement's starting to take over more, and whatever it is that's weighing heavy on you is coming to an end. And stop having fear around it. It's for your benefit. And also, it's like, I'm hearing, you're losing sleep over this. Go tonight to bed and sleep comfortably. I feel like it might not be exactly as you expected it to turn out, but it is working out for you. Yes. Go to bed tonight. Go get some sleep. Stop stressing. And just, again, same thing, allow that universe to let things unfold and unwind. New moon, put those intentions out there. Because I don't feel like it's happening like in the next couple of days, whatever it is that's ending, but doing that new moon rituals and, writing down your intentions and how you want things to turn out for you. It's going to help you a lot. That's what I got for you.
Beautiful. Thanks. Okay. So I'm winding down.
Okay.
I'm winding down. So I'm going to choose one. I, yeah, I'm going to choose one more. Um, but we're both going to kind of do this last person's reading for them. And
Okay.
Michelle did share her page here as well for people.
You're welcome, Bonnie. I hope it helps. I hope you get some sleep tonight.
And thank you for validating, Tracy, that it all made sense to you. Liz. Liz. Are you still here?
McCallum?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you still there, Liz? Trying to see if she's still there. It's been a while. Yeah, there she is. There's Liz. Hi, Liz. Okay. All right. So, Liz, I really do pick up that you are very exhausted and you're trying to keep go, and you're trying to go, but it's very hard to go when there actually is no energy in your body. So, you actually don't have energy, just saying. And it's like you're trying to find that pep in your step, but you don't have that pep in your step. And you're not really meant to have the pep in your step right now. You're meant to be in a more down time, and I don't mean down depressed time. I mean like down energetically, to kind of let your energy be restored and to have your energy restored. Um and I pulled the benevolence, and it's Mary. And so this card speaks about, just the admiration of kind of others, but there's a lot of people that also admire you. And you can't see that admiration because too often you're too critical and too hard on yourself, that you can't see that you are being admired by people in your life. And so you need to kind of see yourself in the same light that other people see you in, because there is such great struggle around you, and that great struggle around you is contributing to even more exhaustion. So it's like a leaky boat and everything is pouring out, or a full cup, right? It's like you can't keep pouring in and expecting the good stuff to stay in, because everything, the good and everything is kind of all pouring in and out. So it's like you really need to give yourself permission to kind of sit back and sit out of the game for a bit of life, right? And just be present with yourself, and to let yourself feel everything that your heart needs to feel. And I keep seeing, and I do know this to be an absolute truth, that Mother Mary is standing with you, and that Mother Mary is there to hold your hand, because your heart feels the pain, and because your heart feels the pain, and you can't, it's like there is no resolve or heal for the pain that your heart feels, but there's love for the heart. And so you can't, there is no medicine to magically fix what the heart is, but the heart is being held in love, and you're being held in the love. So when there is no medicine, there's a love. And so the love is the medicine, I guess. And so her hands are holding your hands, her heart is connected to your heart, and she is standing with you, and she's standing with you in love, and she's standing with you in like sovereignty is what I keep getting. You've walked a journey, you've walked a lifetime, and now that journey has ended, and you're looking around going, what's next? What's next is to sit on the pebbles, to sit on the rock and just sit and wait, because the next journey reveals itself in time. And that's what we have for you.
And I pulled the rebirth card. So, yes. So, just allowing you to do those things, allowing healing is what I'm hearing to do. This is coming. And like she was saying, you have no pep in your step right now. It'll come back, it'll be back. Um, don't be hard on yourself for not having that pep in your step right now. Just, I'm hearing just relax and breathe. Just breathe. That's all you need to do right now is breathe. That's what I got.
Got for you. So thank you, Liz. Kim, better than any TV show. Good. Maybe we should have our own show. We're actually very boring people in our real lives.
We are.
Unless I'm getting chased by, at least I got a bear coming.
Bear.
Unless it's my bear story.
Or bats or,
oh my God. Oh yes, so I got a bat story. Let me tell the bat story before we go. I got two. So our backyard has bats. And so I'm out paint. I got three bat stories in 1 week. So I'm out painting the house, and I'm doing like it's called hot tamale pink, but it's like red. That's the color of our house is going. It's like a barn. So I'm over on the side, and I'm up on the step ladder. And if anyone knows me, knows I'm afraid of heights. So see me up on a ladder, and I probably am not supposed to be up on a ladder with my back, but I'm up there, and I have to like reach way up high. So I'm like, I gotta climb up a little bit more. And there was a piece hanging off our house, and I was like rolling over this piece, and I'm like, I gotta go get some tape. I gotta fix this before I paint it all the way over, or else this is not gonna survive in the wind. I gotta go fix this. And I'm like looking kind of in the crack to see like where the piece was sitting or where it was going. And as I'm looking in, a bat comes out and flies like right into my face like this and up over my head. I'm on the ladder. I'm like, bah! And I'm just like screaming like crazy. This is all like in the past couple weeks now. This all isn't been unfolding. And then that night, Phoebes is out on the deck, and I could hear Phoebes like rushing around. And I look out, and she got something like long and black. And I'm like, what has she got out there? And I'm like, that's a freaking bat. And I go out, and she's like chasing down this bat. We saved that bat. Then a couple days on the weekend, on Friday, we opened the back door. I heard her at the back door, and she was chattering and making noises. And when I opened the door, she bolted in past me like she didn't want me to see her. And I'm like, and so she's walking down the step coming out of my laundry room, and I'm like, Phoebe, look at me. Look at Mom. And she turns around, and when she looks at me, there's this little face looking at me, and I could see the little eyes and the little ears and this cute little face, but it was in terror. It was just absolute fear, and it was in her mouth, and it was a bat. And I'm like, no, Phoebe! And she takes off running down the stairs. My husband is home, and my husband and I have the same name. So I'm like, Corrie, your cat, Phoebe has a bat. Catch the cat. And I'm like, don't let this bat get loose in our house. And so he's like, get my gloves. And she takes off in my downstairs office with this bat. Now we have 13 people coming that weekend, over the weekend at our house. All Corey's family, like not all, some of Corey's family is coming. And I'm like, oh my God, if we don't get this bat out, they're not even coming into the house. He goes into the room, and he has to like pry her mouth open. And this little tiny bat falls out of her mouth. And he's like, catches it in his glove, and he puts it in a towel, and she's mad, and she's chattering, and she's chasing him. He's coming up the stairs, and she's coming behind, and she's this bat, and he loves bats. And he's just heartbroken about this bat. And I'm like, good girl, Phoebe. Good girl. You got to get all the rodents. I'm proud of you. And he takes the bat outside, and this little tiny bat just like fearfully just like flies off. But what we figured out was that she was flying. She goes over to the corner, and where the rain where the rain drain is for the rain to go down to the buckets. They get down there, and she innocently sits there, and she sits there like she's all innocent. And we thought she was just like looking out in the evenings and perched there. No, she's waiting there to catch bats. So, yeah. That's my end of the night story for you all.
That's funny.
Thank you for being here, Michelle.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun.
My internet's going wonky, and yeah, I am on my phone's data here, so I'm sure I've used up a lot of data. But thank you all for being here with us. We'll be back again, and Michelle and I are going to be going out on the road around Alberta. We're going to be doing that, and we're going to be doing some shows. And then in October the 25th, I have a big show in Camrose, a big event happening. It's an evening event, and it's going to be wine and hors d'oeuvres and all that fun stuff. And there's going to be 3 speakers. It's myself and Lisa Richard and Linda Green are going to be speaking. Michelle is going to be there, and Michelle is going to be vending. She's going to be there with her readings and stuff in between, all the spaces in between. And she'll also be there there's a question box at the end of the night. And so we're going to be answering questions, and Michelle will be also there to answer a question as well. If someone has a question, she'll be there to be in that part of the evening as well at the end of the night, where we're going to be answering questions. We're going to be choosing from a box. Everyone gets to put their names in and put a questions in, and we're going to be answering for like an hour and a half or something like that. And so we're going to be doing that as well.
Get your tickets soon.
Get your tickets. Yeah, it's on Eventbrite. Yeah, and it's on my page. There's an Eventbrite, and you can actually purchase a full table. So like people can purchase a whole table, and it's a discount, of course, by purchasing a table. And it's 6 people at a table, or you can purchase your individual tickets. But yeah, that's coming up. And then, so Michelle and I are going to be looking at some dates, and we're going to be doing some more mediumship events coming up. And yeah, that's what's happening as of right now. I usually got my fall schedule done, and I don't have a fall schedule. And I haven't supposed to. No, I do have a class though. I have a mystical realm certification program coming up, and it's working with the soul's archetypes, not the collective consciousness archetypes so much. They'll be talked about, but it's about recognizing the soul's identity in people. The parts of ourselves we just can't, no matter how much you want to get rid of, you can't, or how much it's like it's a character traits that comes from the essence of our soul. And so that course, it's a certification program, and that is coming up on the 17th of September.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And that's everything. Thank you all for being with us.
Thank you.
Much love.
Yes.
And we're going to see if we can actually get this to end, because it was all pink when we started. So let's see. Thank you, everyone.